we are doing whatever it takes. It's about giving your all. From the players on the field to the members in the stands. Do whatever it takes. Call 1300 GO Bombers.
Well, James, I think we all thought we might see Joe Danaher this weekend. The reason he's not playing?
Oh, look, Joe played very well in our intra-club last week. We just think that there's a number of players who need some game time, and Paddy Ryder needs some game time, and we'd hopefully look to play Joe in the next few weeks. But I think at the moment we need to play our senior players.
And the skipper?
Yeah, Job had that knock to his knee probably 3 weeks ago now, and has come up really well from that. And umming ahhing a little bit, but he's really keen to play, and the doctors have given him the all clear. So yeah, good to see him out here.
With Joe, is there any sort of policy that you don't really want to play much senior footy this year, or is it just if he's up to it, he'll play?
No, if Joe's ready, he'll definitely play, and he's showing some signs that he will be ready. But he's only a young man, and we have to look after him. But if we see he's ready to play, we'll play him.
And the fact that you guys, your first match is a week earlier than most others, it's a pretty strong side you've got. I mean, you're pretty much trying to play full strength from now.
Pretty much. There's a couple of guys that didn't make the team this week that are, more than a couple, there's a lot that are in line for round one. But yeah, as you said, we've only got 2 games now before we play in Adelaide on the 22nd of March. So we need to start putting our full team together.
With Joe and the guys who are playing tomorrow night, will they play a VFL game tomorrow? Is there some capacity for that? A game in Geelong tomorrow at 11 o'clock, I think, against Geelong Reserve. So they'll play, and the thing is, you don't want too many players playing a quarter or a half. You want everyone playing 4 quarters, and that's what we'll get out of almost, I think, 42 players this weekend. How do you think the interchange cap's going to affect the games this weekend? Look, I think you're going to have to leave, obviously, players out in the ground longer. They won't be able to rest as much. Your deep backs and forwards won't get as a rotation. And they'll probably, the midfielders have to rest back or rest forward. So, I think the game will probably open up a little bit towards the end of the game more than perhaps it has in the past. What did you make of Mick Moldhouse the other day saying, if you're going to give us 80, give us the flexibility to use them whenever we want instead of 20 per quarter? I didn't make too much, to be honest. That's Mick's opinion, and I think everyone's waiting to see how it goes, and we've got 2 weeks to actually see how it goes, and we'll make some decisions after that. Do you think it's a big enough sample, these 3 and 3, especially with the changed rules now, to bring it in next year on the back of this 3-week period?
Probably not. I mean, it's only 2 weeks, and the game evolves, and we'll see what happens. I think let's wait for 2 weeks, see what comes out of it, and make some decisions then.
Richmond resting a few players, does that affect your preparations for tomorrow night?
Not really, no. I mean, Richmond have got their own timelines and their own preparations. We've got ours, and we're concentrating on the Essendon Footy Club tomorrow and what we need to get right. Richmond have obviously got some very talented players still playing. So it'll be great for the people of Wangaratta, and the people so far up here have been terrific.
And you've obviously pulled out all the stocks so far in your trip up just to make sure the fans are right behind you again. Yeah, we've been up here for a couple of days, and to Bright, to Myrtleford, around the region, and we had a really good function at Wangaratta last night at the football at one of the social clubs there, which was great. So yeah, it's all been good.
Can I just ask about the review process in terms of your job? How will it impact you and the footy department? Like, are you going to be answering questions every second day? Like, what's the running of it? Look,
it's difficult to speak about the review process. My job is to coach this team as well as I can and get this team playing the best football I can. That's what I'm focused on. I'll be involved in a review when I need to be, but my focus is to get this team playing great footy.
You're a bit anxious to what the review will find, not from a personal point of view, but from the club's point of view?
I'm not anxious. We just want the truth. I think everyone, David Evans wants the truth, the football club wants the truth, the supporters want the truth, and that's what we're after. And I believe that once that comes out, we'll be able to get on and play football.
Is that a couple of weeks, a month? We've been told the time frame?
We haven't been told, and it'll take the time it needs to take.
Is it an extra challenge that I guess you probably don't need? It's a big enough job without it. Do you have to take measures to make sure it's not any sort of distraction?
As I said, my focus is coaching the football club to get the best result on the field that we can. If we have to be distracted during the week, we will be, and we'll go through this review process properly to get the truth for our supporters. I think that our supporters deserve that, they want that, and as I've said a number of times, they are fantastic supporters. They've given us amazing support over the last 3 weeks, and we owe them that, so that's what we're doing.
Obviously, coaches love their players. mean, almost in awe of these guys, the way they've been able to push aside the distractions and obviously seem like they're focused on their footy.
They're an amazing group of people, the Essendon Football Club players of 2013 and 2012, and they have embraced what's going on and they're keen to play footy. So, yeah, in awe, I'm not sure in awe, but definitely a huge amount of respect for the way they're going about it. And as I said, my job, their job, is to get them ready to play some great footy.
And Bob was saying, he's embarrassed at times. Have you told these guys, hold your heads high, you've done nothing wrong? Or?
Yeah, our footy club is going to fight. We're going to fight to prove where we're at. And, yeah, we're not walking around with our heads bowed. We're walking around proud of our footy club. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, James.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah, that'd be good.
Is one game going to be enough, if he plays against GWS next week, is one game going to be enough for him to be right to go round one?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. I mean, David's a very talented player. He's obviously got to play to a standard. Can't come in and, not get near the footy. But I think that David's of the standard that if he puts in enough work between now and round one, that he's definitely there in line for selection. But, no one gets a gold pass. David has to actually prove his fitness and play some good footy too.
What do you do the week before your game? You've got a VFL side, haven't you? I know you probably won't play NAB Cup final. So.
Yeah, I don't think we're in line to make that. We will, guys that haven't got the condition will play. I think Friday night we play against Bendigo, so they'll play in that. But we'll have to get special consideration of the AFL for those guys to play. But imagine anyone who hasn't got the work in through injury will be able to play in that game.
How much more advanced are you in terms of injuries for round one as to what you were last year? I suppose the injuries came later.
Fair bit.
Yeah.
Fair bit. So, no, it's all going well. At the moment, the guys, touch wood, the guys are looking really good. Fit, healthy, and, desperate to play football.
How do you qualify? Have you got 3 blokes on the medical board? You had 15 last year? Or
what do we got? We've got, I think there are 3 guys who aren't playing this week, which is pretty amazing for where we've been at. All right. Thanks, guys.